What is going on, everyone? What is up? What is up? Hope you guys are all doing well. Let's get started. Bro, I know there's still a little bit of a delay. It's not as bad. I know there's still a little bit of a delay. I'm working on fixing it. I'm gonna try to have it fixed like soon. But I have to like fuck with the settings that I have to make sure that everything is good, and then kind of go from there. So apparently there's an issue with Tradeovate. I'm unaware of this because I haven't placed a trade today. But can somebody fill me in on what's happening? Like what's this delay about? What's going on? Yeah, what's the Tradeovate issue? Oh. Okay, apparently. Oh, wow. No way. No way, bruv. It's fixed? Damn, do I want to place a trade today then? That is not good. That is not good. Tradeovate is having issues. I might have to switch to live. I don't like day trading on my live. Simulated environments frozen. Here. Let me test this out. I'm going to do one micro and see if this works. Okay, it's working. It's working. All right, might be all right. We might be all right. Might be all right. We should be okay. We should be okay. We should be okay. We're good. We go. Okay. Let me give you guys a breakdown of what's happening here. Okay. If anybody knew pretty much like what I was looking for this last entire goddamn month, finally the trade has been hit. Were these highs right here, 26,120. These were the highs that I was looking for. I ended up taking my swing position. If anybody saw the swing position that I took, it was at 25,120, right down here in this area, and it was a 1,000-point swing. Just ended up closing it yesterday, and now we have pushed up into this daily fair value gap right here that you guys can see. So I'm now expecting a rejection from this daily fair value gap, which is what we're seeing. We're seeing a rejection from here. And if you missed the entry, there was a beautiful entry here overnight, right at 2 a.m., right at the 2 a.m. open. You could see the 4-hour candle. If we mark out the 4-hour candle wick like this, you'll see that the wick CE was the rejection point for a really nice, like 200-point move lower. And then same thing with the hourly, right? We had an hourly wick CE here as well that ended up playing out beautifully, right? So either or would have gotten you a really nice short trade. Almost no drawdown at all, and beautiful trade there. So obviously I didn't take that entry. It was a little late. It was like 3 a.m. So I didn't take this entry. But now we are looking to trade this FOMC move. If we are looking at this week here, this is a completely bullish week, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, higher lows, higher highs. And I'm now looking for a midweek reversal. right? That's the most ideal situation here, is a midweek reversal, Wednesday high of the week, and then a move back down, rejecting from this. Oh my God, Sakuna, bro. Sakuna, I need you to get a grip. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I would expect a reversal here now after hitting this daily fair value gap, right? I want to move lower. So let's see if we can trade this move here for FOMC. As far as PDRAs go inside of this range, we have some bullish, we have some bearish, but we do have a bullish 4-hour gap here, and then we have a bearish 1-hour gap here. This bearish 1-hour gap is going to be the important one. I'm watching that for a potential rejection. We are currently trying to bounce from this bullish 4-hour. What are you doing, Sakuna? Odd, bro. But yeah, really fat move here from the highs. We got FOMC at 2 p.m. So looking to take a position around then. Tradebait reset losses. So apparently Tradebait's fixed. They just gave a platform update at 1:34 p.m. and it says the temporary trading halt has been removed. Trading has resumed as normal. Continue to monitor accounts affected and make adjustments as needed after market close today. So if you're trading on Apex like me, by the way, Apex guys right now is 90% off. They brought back their 90% off. If you guys use code KEY up top, you'll get pretty much the best discount that you can get on Apex. But yeah, if you were affected at all, you're, bro, gonna, like, okay, bro, you're gone. Fuck out of here. If you're affected by the Apex, or if you're affected by the Tradebait issue and you're using Apex, they will fix it after market close. Do I think we can still go lower? Yes, I do think we can still go lower. Yeah. I think that this high up here, very strong candidate right now for high of the week. Okay. Very strong candidate. Bro, are we serious? Like, do I need to get YouTube Premium? Are we fucking dead ass? Unreal, bro. Like, absolutely unreal. Okay. Anyways. A blue whole set of evals that I didn't even enter on and they blamed it on my trade copier. What do you mean they blamed it on your trade copier? Apex blamed it on your trade copier? Targets lower. I mean, targets here are like pretty simple. I'm not gonna lie. I would personally be looking for like a low like this here, a low like this here. This would be like a really solid low to target, and then this as the last one. Okay, so these three lows right here is what I would target. Main FOMC move seemed to be on the 2:30 press conference. Well, the problem is that there's FOMC is a two-phase move, right? So there's going to be an initial move at 2, and then there's going to be a second move at 2:30. So the goal is, I mean, usually the 2 p.m. move is the manipulation. And so the goal is to catch that manipulation and trade that expansion at 2:30 that we get, right? So ideally, we get an entry here after 2 p.m. and then we trade that 2:30 direction. Lower 4-hour wick CE, good short target. 4-hour wick CE. I'm assuming you're talking about this one. If this is the one that you're talking about, then yeah, absolutely, this is a solid one to target. 961.75. We can mark that out. Yeah, we'll mark that out. These are some really nice targets here for the lows. Really sweet looking targets. So right now, the perfect move is a move up here into this hourly gap at 2 p.m., a rejection from there, and then a move lower for 2:30. That's like the best looking move. Ideal move is that. So we'll see if that can take place. $961-$954. Maybe because I'm on micro here. Let me see if mini is any different. Yeah, no, mini's 961 as well. So I think you're mistaken here. Yeah, it should be 961. Make sure you have the adjusted contract on. So if you go here, right click, go to settings, and then go to trading. Actually, no, sorry, go to symbol, and then make sure adjust for contract changes is on. If you could do that, you're good. Yeah, I have these, that 36, 37, whatever that area, I have that marked out already as the first TP. You can trade news with alpha. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure, but just to be on the safe side, I'm not, just so you guys know, I'm not planning on getting an entry like immediately at 2 p.m. It'll probably be a little bit after. So if you're trading on one of the firms that doesn't allow news trading, you should still be fine, because the trade is most likely going to take place at least like 5 minutes after the news, right? So you'll be fine. You'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Put it on, still showing 954 for me. That's weird. What's the rules on TPT for news? You just can't trade within like 1 minute of news. 1 minute before, 1 minute after. Can't hold it through the news. So we're not planning on doing that anyways. But I'm right now, just so you guys know, I'm on my apexes. I am not on my TPT. I'm on apexes. Okay. So I have 20 apexes being copy traded here. That's why I'm on micros. All right. No minis here for me. Only micros, like 3 micros or 5 micros. And we're looking to catch just a little piece of the move here. And across 20 accounts, like $500 ends up being like 10 grand. So, you know, that's why we can stick to shorter periods, or shorter moves, smaller size. Can I full port Apex evals? Yes, you can full port Apex evals, and you can pass them in 1 day. Pretty solid day to try it out, just because they're 90% off right now. So if you haven't already got over 5 accounts with Apex, now is a great time to use code key and get more evals. The glitch on Apex today denied me a pass. If you reach out to their support, I am sure that they will somehow, in some way, make things right, because they released an announcement. They said that they'll make things right for whoever. I got the 3 count London. The glitch is printed 50. Yeah, I would reach out to them, bro. I'm in charge from top hour. Yeah, this, if you got in from up here, you should be fine. This should be the high. I'm not full porting FOMC, bro. I'm on fundeds. Can you have backup Apex evals? Like if you already, no, you cannot have a reserve. You can only have a reserve with TPT. With TPT, you can have a reserve. Bro, did you really call that 1,000-point move? Yes, I did it on live right here. Not only did I alert it in my Discord, but I did it on live too. If you guys go back to the stream, you guys will see me alerting it here on live, where I entered on my live account. 1,000-point move. What hour time frame? We're on the 1 hour right now, if that's what you're asking. Okay, guys, 15 minutes until crunch time. What makes confident in that being high of the week? Weekly profile. Okay. Weekly profile and this daily fair value gap, right? So it's just like it's a few different things lining up at the same time, right? So number one is going to be the weekly profile. Wednesday high of the week on an FOMC day is a pretty solid weekly profile. It happens a lot, right? Like almost on every FOMC week, we get a Wednesday high or low of the week, okay? The news is how we frame high or low of the week. And then we have, obviously, this daily fair value gap here. This is reason number two that I believe that this could be high of the week, where we have a higher time frame PDRA and the weekly PO3, right? So the weekly has opened up, has pushed up into this area. This is quite the bullish candle here. But, you know, as long as we can respect this fair value gap here, it should be good to continue lower, right? If anything, maybe we get like a retracement here, like if anything. So that's really the main reasons why I'm bearish here, looking for a move lower. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm gonna remove this daily fair value gap here as long as you guys. Bro, I'm not full porting fucking FOMC, man. I'm trading fundeds. If you want to full port FOMC, go ahead. I'm on fundeds. I am not full porting shit. Trade is not down anymore, guys. What do you think about the pending government shutdown? Not really looking forward to it. I think so. All we can do is we can follow patterns, right? When it comes to the market, there are patterns that repeat. What happened last time that the government got shut down? Does anybody remember what happened? Does anybody remember what happened? The money and the momentum shifted to metals, right? So we went from NQ just pretty much ranging to gold and silver and platinum, all the metals just having super aggressive moves. So I think if we do get a government shutdown, same thing will happen. Obviously, we're not going to have any red folder news or anything like that here with NQ. However, gold will start moving really nice. So that's something that we can, that's something that we can use. We can adapt to this trading condition that would come around if the government shuts down. Just move over into gold. No big deal, right? Just move over into gold, silver, platinum, anything. What is the real FOMC, the rate or the conference? I mean, there's both of them are. Apex doesn't have, yeah, Apex does not. TPT does. TPT has the silver micro. But yeah, you got to do minis. You got to do minis when it comes to silver. So I don't really touch silver. If you guys know me, I don't really trade silver. I'd rather just trade the gold move, bro. Move to silver, I'll call out. Maybe. Are you trading on news? Yeah, I'm going to trade like directly after the news. Yeah. Directly after the news is when I'm planning on trading. Do you think we go to all-time high next week? I don't think so. It all depends on what the market does today. If the market is bullish today, we get a bullish closure here today, then the market will not, or it will reach for all-time highs. If we can get a bearish close here, then this thing is not going to all-time highs. Did you do a buy stop, sell stop? Not for FOMC. No, it doesn't work for FOMC. You can't use the CPI strategy for FOMC. It won't work. I'm gonna long. Should I hold? It's up to you, bro. If you like the setup, hold. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your trade, you know? But what I will say is it is bouncing from these highs that we had. That was my TP, the 120 highs right here. You guys can see that's exactly where it's bouncing from. All right, so it's essentially this resistance, this previous resistance that is now turned into some sort of support. Whether it's for a retracement or a reversal, we don't know. But we are getting a nice little move higher here, so we'll see if it can continue up here. Get a yearly manipulation to the downside. Yeah. Yes, we should. And if you're in the Discord, we already know where the yearly low is going to be. We marked out the yearly lows, which I don't think I'll say it on here, but I don't. You know what? Fuck it, bro. There's only there's less than 300 people on here. I'll tell you guys where we have the yearly lows marked out. So if we go to a monthly time frame, I have it marked out right here. It says long the fucking house. The level is 934.5. I'm not breaking it down. I'm not doing anything else. That's it. 934.5. That's my yearly low prediction. We'll see. We'll see over time if it hits or how it hits. But that's the yearly low prediction. 934. 22934.5. So within there, within that region is where I expect low of year. $205.75. Let me see. I have, actually, I have 210.75 here. I have 210.75 up here. Bro gave the level yearly bottom tick. Yeah, that is the yearly bottom tick level, bro. No cap, no cap, no cap, no cap. Sell the house and full port that shit. No, actually though, if you sell the house and full port it, you'll probably come out with a like a mansion in Cabo or something. What time is FOMC? It's at 2 p.m. guys. 2 p.m. You for real trade FOMC? Well, I'm gonna trade after FOMC. So if there's a move here, I'll trade after FOMC. Apex orders rejected. It's fixed. It's fixed now. Hey, Key, how do I get into futures? How do you get into futures? I would start off with prop firms for futures. Or if it's like your first time trading futures at all, I would start off like paper trading even. Like the paper trading that you have here on TradingView. I would start there and get kind of comfortable with lot sizes and how futures move. But it depends on what you're switching from, right? Like that could make the switch a lot easier for you. But I would start off like either paper trading or prop firms. Apex right now, the cheapest one, using code key 90% off. So much sauce, had to rewind the stream to catch all that. Did you do any work to the Raptor yet? Yeah, bro. I have wheels on it and I have it lifted. So I have it lifted and wheels. And then I'm getting I did not know how expensive lights were, but I just paid almost $4 grand for lights to get like the lights put on in the front, like the pod lights. And then I got like this third brake light thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not doing too much else, bro. Maybe like bumpers and that's it. But yeah, the Raptor does have some work done to it. Are you ready for Ramadan? Yeah, bro, of course. I'm ready. After Powell talks or while he's talking? It'll be while he's talking. No CPI by... No. You can't do the CPI strat for FOMC, guys. It does not work. It hasn't worked in the past. So, you know. Thought it was halted till 6 p.m. I mean, it says... I tried it and it worked, so we'll see. You still got the F80 and GT3? I sold the GT3. I have the F80. I'll always have the F80. The GT3 is getting a replacement very, very soon, guys. I'm looking at a few things. The GT3 replacement is coming very soon. I'm tired of options. Yeah, bro. I mean, I was in the same boat. I switched from options. I was full-time options. I'll tell you, it's a lot easier to switch from options to futures if you primarily trade like indices. So when I was trading options, I would trade QQQ, SPY, SPX. That was my main basket. And so it obviously made a lot more sense for me to switch to futures for not only just taxes, but just the stress-free trading that I get trading futures. Now, if you're somebody that trades more like individual names like Tesla and like whatever, then probably makes more sense for you to stick to options, you know? I can't exit a position minute before, during, and yeah, I wouldn't, just to be on the safe side. If you're trading Apex, you can trade news, just so you guys know. If you're trading Apex, you can trade news. CPI strategy is doing like a buy stop and a sell stop, and like letting the move trigger you in and trigger you out, basically, for an immediate pass. Ferrari next. Not a Ferrari, bro. Not a Ferrari. I did consider a Ferrari. I considered a 488. But the car that I drove, I like the driving experience and like the aftermarket support on that one a little bit better than the 488. So, well, right now it's up to 2. I'm down to 2 cars, so I gotta narrow down 2 cars right now. Where's SL? There's no entry, so there's no SL. What do you mean, where's SL? Bugatti next? I wish, bro. GT3. I already had the GT3, so I can't get that. Lotus? No, not the Lotus, bro. Not a Lotus. Why the hell would I get a damn Lotus? Looking for longs after FOMC. I'm going into FOMC here. Initially, I'm actually a little bit bearish. I'm pretty bearish. This 2 p.m. opening up in 2 minutes now is a really good candidate to manipulate into this hourly gap. So if we get an entry inside of this, or coming out of this hourly gap, it would be absolutely beautiful. Be really nice. $812. No, it's not a Ferrari, guys. It's not a Ferrari. It's a controversial platform, but it's not a Ferrari. Not a Ferrari. Just got an email. Apex is up again. Yeah, it is up again. Do you like the F8X platform better than the G8X? Yes, bro. Like 1,000,000%. The only reason why I don't have a G8X, bro. F80 will always be better in my eyes. Just the driving experience that you get from an F80 will never compare to a G80 ever, bro. Ever. We got under a minute here, guys. Under a minute now. So yeah, this is still looking really solid, bro. This hourly gap is still looking really solid. By the SVJ, the best W12 ever made. It is not a W12. Maserati M220. Those are sick, but I don't think I would buy one. I don't think I could buy a Maserati, bro. They do look really sick, though. I just saw you have a learning thread in your Discord. Finna study a bunch. Thanks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, we do. All right, here's 2 p.m., guys. This is now FOMC. Still want to move higher here into this hourly gap, ideally. That's where I get a short trade out of, is this hourly gap. So the idea here is going to look like this. Let me just draw it out for everybody that keeps asking. This is what I'm looking for. This is the trade idea. Do I get a 25k Apex or 50k Apex? I'm using code key right now, ASAP. Bro, 25k, it's honestly not worth it. I would do 50. So right now, 50k, 100k, and 150k are all the same price using code key with 90% off. So it's up to you guys, whatever you like the best, whatever you prefer. But I prefer 50s. I have used 150s in the past as well, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm just a big fan of 50s. 50s are really fire. They're so easy to pass. So if you ever blow it, it's just dumb easy, bro. All you gotta make is quick 3 bands. That's it. Passed. Can I trade news on Express Apex Act? What is Express Apex? The hell is Express Apex? If it's Apex, you can trade news. Okay, if you're on an Apex account like I am, you can trade news. However, now it is 2:01 p.m. So if you're on a firm like TPT where you cannot trade news, you are now able to place a trade. ES, bro. Yeah, let me look at ES. Did ES hit that? No. No, we still haven't hit this. Not on ES, not on NQ, nothing. We haven't hit it at all. No touch. No touch. So why is my 5-minute on NQ and MNQ so vastly different right now? What's happening here? This is very odd. My NQ has an inversion fair value gap right here. I'm actually really confused. Okay, here's this move lower. Like we expected. No push into that hourly gap, so no higher time frame PDRA here that we are rejecting from, which makes it kind of overall lower probability. Where we are rejecting from, though, is this 15-minute wick CE. You guys see that 15-minute wick CE 191? That would have given you the high, the FOMC high within 5 points. So that could be the high right there. That is not a bad high. I did really want that hourly gap, though. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really wanted that hourly gap. Now we're coming down and we're testing this 4-hour, the bullish 4-hour wick CE. So if you were looking for longs, like this is essentially where you would enter longs right here, right now. This is where you would enter your longs with a stop loss at the low and targeting whatever highs, right? This is how I would enter longs. I'm not bullish, so I'm not gonna take any longs. But it is worth watching something like this to see how price reacts to certain levels and areas, right? I'm a little disappointed that it did not hit this hourly gap. I would have loved to get a trade out of that hourly gap. It would have been perfect. There's definitely a difference in quotes here. So I don't know if you guys could see this, but on MNQ, this 1:55 p.m. candle on MNQ is has a wick through it, and then the same candle on NQ is a fair value gap. You guys see that on your charts too, or is that just me? Because that kind of messes things up, right? Because if this was an inverse fair value gap, this is a solid looking entry. If we inverse it, that's a solid looking entry there. See how this 5-minute closes. I gotta have a higher time frame PDRA here, bro. That's the issue. I gotta have something from a higher time frame that this 2 p.m. would manipulate into to use as an entry. Seen NQ and MNQ having different wicks for the past few days. Yeah, bro, kind of weird. I don't like it at all. If you're on Alpha, you're on Project X. So your quotes are probably a little bit different. Red or black? Bro, always black. Always black. How does 2 p.m. FOMC work? It's not like the 8:30 news candle. No, it's not. All right, we have a 5-minute inversion fair value gap here on NQ. There's a 5-minute inversion. Normally, like, that's something that I would enter off of, but I'm on micros and I'm not going to take that because there's a difference in the way that these are trading right now. It's a little weird, but this would be a short entry for me here off that 5-minute inversion fair value gap. We also have, again, I have to repeat this because a lot of people are going to be confused, but we have the 4-hour wick CE here, so it also could be a bullish scenario here. All depends on how this reacts to this area. 2-hour FVG, bro. I don't watch the 2-hour, man. Yeah, I don't... That fair value gap being on NQ and not on MNQ is like just throwing me off a little bit. So I would rather just stick to the safe side and just skip, but not bad for a short entry there. I'm not checking the 2 hour, bro. I don't trade the goddamn 2 hour. Not much here yet. Still not much. I mean, what he's saying in the actual FOMC meeting itself is pretty irrelevant, to be honest with you, to the way that the market's going to move. The market has already decided what direction it's going to move in, and the FOMC meeting is literally just a a volatility driver to push the market in that direction. That's all it is. So they're in favor of the 25 basis point cut. But yeah, still steady. 3.5. Interesting. Crypto bill is getting... Yeah, there's a crypto bill. When's that happening? No, nothing yet. NQ's in bullish 4-hour FVG. NQ is in a bullish 4-hour FVG, and we did also hit this 4-hour Wick CE. So if it's going to bounce, it does it here. An invalidation of this bullish bias would be a break through this low. If we break through this low and make a new daily low, this is no longer going up at any point, right? So it has to go up here. This was the entry right there. The 130s, what is this? 133, 134, that was the bullish entry right there. Stop loss 30 points at this 100, and then you'd essentially be looking for new high of day, right? So let's see. Again, I am bearish. I would rather see this go lower, but I don't have an entry here yet. I need to see this hit a higher time frame PDRA in order to get an entry, and we did not hit anything yet. The 50% Wick CE signals reversal. Yeah, so like 2 or 3 lives ago, if anybody was in that live, I explained why Wick CEs work, and I explained ranges to you guys. So if you're confused, watch that live, and I explain everything. I like how we're leaving that hourly SIBI open. Clean rejection of that hourly breaker. We have valid shot at the shorts below 2:15 p.m. Yeah, I mean, I would still like to see this hourly gap, bro, for an entry. Unless this just starts really showing some bearish order flow here. Depends on how this 15-minute closes. At that point, I'd be down to just kind of take a continuation entry here. That life was sauce. Yeah, bro. Do you consider data highs and lows off the 1-minute wicks or a different time frame? Yeah, you could do 1-minute wicks, even 5-minute works, but usually 1 minute. So this high, this would be a data high right now. Hitting bearish 15-minute don't count. Only reason it doesn't count is because we already hit it before right here, right? We already hit that 15-minute, and we were unable to go create new lows. So I wouldn't bank on this 15-minute only because of that. So we hit the 15-minute right here, and then we created this low, which was unable to get through this, which is the immediate swing low. We were unable to get through that, right, so far. So that's why that 15-minute I wouldn't reuse as an entry. I would want to use a fresh PDRA, which in this case would be that hourly. It would have to be that hourly. You waiting for it to happen to bearish FVG? Yeah, right now. My God, bro. I'm sick and tired of fucking YouTube, bro. I'm actually sick and tired. Hold on. How do I fucking buy YouTube Premium, bro? How do I buy YouTube Premium? This bullshit. I don't even know how to buy YouTube Premium, bro. YouTube Premium, right there we go. Yep. Try it. Let me try it. Start my Hmm. Figure it out later. SMT at the lows. Yeah, SMT at the lows doesn't really mean anything, but yeah, we do have, I mean, right now, the only reason why it means something is because of this 4-hour wick C. So yeah, SMT at the lows is a good sign for bulls. Yeah, bro, it's really pissing me off with the ads, bro. That's the main reason why I'm just like fed up. So annoying. Ads are really damn annoying. Brave browser. I gotta download another browser though. That's mad annoying. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me just. Hold on. God damn it. Whatever. It's okay. We'll deal with it for now. You're not looking at gold at all? No. No. Only NQ. Only NQ as of right now. We are rejecting from, so okay, this is just fucking retarded, bro. I hate that NQ and MNQ is like this, man. This is really, really annoying. But we have a BPR here on NQ right here in this area, and we just rejected from it. Again, this would be a good entry for me to take. However, on MNQ, the quotes are completely different. So I don't know if I want to participate just because, bro, that's completely cooked. Like I would have gotten an entry here, but super annoying, dude. Super annoying. I hate that. Like, why is MNQ different? I don't understand. I used to use Chrome, bro, but ever since I got hacked, I use the Avast, or Avast, whatever. I use their browser now, which is basically like Chrome, but it doesn't have the extensions like AdBlock. I used to have AdBlock. You want to trade until 14:30? Just came here. No. If I see a trade, I'll take it. But right now, things are just kind of cooked. Oh my God, is that Day Trading Ralph? No way, bro. Day Trading Ralph is in the building, guys. Day Trading Ralph is in the building. Yeah, just don't, bro. The issue is there's no entry here because M&Q and NQ look completely different, and it's pissing me off. Otherwise, I would have an entry. There's no entry here because of that. And for that reason, I'm out. Yeah, bro. Everybody better like up the stream, bro. Everybody that's in here better like up the goddamn stream right this second. Are you Punjabi? No, I'm not. W's. $230, we look for some sort of manipulation. I mean, I don't have to wait till 230 here, but what's gonna happen is I'll end up waiting till 230 because there's no entry here. That's what's gonna end up happening. The solid entry was this fair value gap up here on NQ, but we don't have it on micros, so I'm like thrown off. It's throwing me off, bro. The fact that we don't have it here on micros and we have it on minis. Kind of annoying, because I'd be green right now. Normally on FOMC, you don't trade 9:30. No, I don't trade the AM session on FOMC. My playlist, this is the name of the playlist. It's this by this guy. Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna blow Wawa. Stop giving me ads. So annoying. Oh my god. Okay, this is the name of the playlist right here. It's like a YouTube mix. This is it. I'm gonna keep this up for 5 seconds. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gone. Now I'm gatekeeping. Will there be an Asia live today? Yes, there will be an Asia live, guys. There will be an Asia live tonight. There will be an Asia live. Gap is showing on NQ. Yeah, bro. Gap is showing on NQ and not on MNQ. It's kind of annoying. Really annoying. Can you buy me a Pepsi, bro? I think you deserve it, Will. You deserve a Pepsi, bro. And you know where to get it from, too. It's in the vault. When do you think price action will get more consistently clearer? I don't even know, bro. I don't even know, to be honest with you. Gap showing on NAS 100 CFD. Speaking of CFD, guys, for my people who are not in the United States and cannot use like NQ and they have to use CFDs, I'm partnering up with Bybit, and you guys are able to use Bybit. That's like the firm or the brokers that I would trust and recommend for anybody that wants to trade CFDs, not some bullshit offshore brokerage. That's what I would recommend. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. When during Asia session? It'll be at 9 p.m. guys, 9 p.m. Eastern. How do you size trades during FOMC? How many contracts? I mean, here I'm most likely going to enter 3 micros. The range is kind of small. Look, from the high to the low here is only 100 points. Not even 100 points, but this is only 100 points. So for I could do like 3 to 5 micros here. I'll probably do 3, but the range is pretty small. Like, it's a safe range. You don't have to size like super down. How did you feel when you took your first payout? I felt normal, bro, because if you don't know anything about me and my history, I was an options trader before futures. And I was already profitable. Like, I'd already made multi 6 figures trading options. So to me, it was like, you know, it was just changing from options to futures. Getting a payout was like normal. With the government shutdown coming back, what do you recommend we do? I recommend you guys familiarize yourselves with how gold moves, because gold is where the money is going to flow into once the government shuts down. NQ is just not going to move. It's just going to chop. It's going to be garbage. So metals is what I will be focusing on. This is the same thing that we did the last government shutdown. We focused on gold a little bit more. And yeah. That's what I would do. Is there a wick on that candle on MNQ and no wick on NQ? I don't know. It's really annoying. It's throwing me off. That's the reason why I haven't gotten in a trade here. You ever trade FX? I have not traded Forex, no. I can't really get into that crowd, bro. They're all scammers. I could never do that. No Forex for me ever. Do ICT concepts apply for GC? Yes. Certain ones. Not all of them. Only certain ones. Why Apex let me trade gold but not silver? You have to use SI on Apex. You cannot use SIL. You have to use SI. Or is it SL? Hold on, SI? Yeah, it's SI. You have to use SI. The minis. What do you recommend for gold about how it moves? Gold uses a lot of wick CEs. A lot of wick CEs. So that's what I would recommend. What you snacking on? I got some bananas over here, bro. Some fruit. I got some fruit. You can't trade micro and silver. Not on Apex. Not on Apex. Why can't I trade gold on MFFU? I don't know. I don't use MFFU, man. All I know is that if you're on MFFU, apparently you need to enable gold in the dashboard somewhere. So if you do that, you should be fine. That's what I know about MNQ. Or sorry, MFFU. Still no entry here. This, I mean, FOMC, we've done nothing. We've literally done nothing. It's just chopped. We're in the same range. That 2 p.m. candle, we have not broken the high or the low. So nothing has happened here. I'm already 10 months trading NQ, and it's normal not to even pass an eval. I mean, depends on how slow you're taking it. That's a lot of time to not pass an eval, I will say. But some of you guys got to understand that passing an eval does absolutely nothing for you if you don't know what you're doing, right? All you're going to do is you're going to pass the eval, you're going to pay an activation, you're going to get funded, and you're still not going to know how to trade. So if you have to take your time to properly learn how to trade, then do it on the eval. Like, absolutely do so on the eval. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I would do. Would you enter on CISD? If there was a PDRA here, there is none, however. If we hit that 1 hour fair value gap up top and we get a change in state of delivery down, then yes, I would. Do you also trade the 10 AMP03 on gold? No, I do not. Gold, I do not trade in the New York session. Gold, primarily, I trade in Asia session. Thank you for what you are doing for the... Huh? Thank you for what you're doing for the LGBT community. What did I do for the LGBT community? What? I didn't know I was doing anything for them, but sure. Not limiting that 1 hour level. I'm not limiting it, no. Want to be on the safer side here. So I'm not limiting anything, just watching it. And if it comes up into that area, starts rejecting, I'll look for a confirmation entry. Are you still in that live trade? No. I closed it at 26,120. Down here, I closed it. So yeah, hit my target 26,120, 1,000 points, 30,000. It was a little over $30,000. It was about $32,000 on that trade. 1 week, 32 grand. Can't complain. 2 minis, fucking free, right? Like pretty free. This is why I tell people, bro, swing trading is the move. Swing trading is the move. Bro, shut up, bro. I'm not gay. You guys are weird, bro. Yo, OB Records, what's good, bro? I've recently seen many more manipulation once we make CISD, which it wasn't like this last year. Yeah, it wasn't like that last year, no. Not at all. But things changed, like the market changed. Can you swing trade on futures? Yes, only on a live account. You cannot do swing trading on a prop firm account. I want you to take your hot swing on 10 minis. The yearly low swing, I will take on 10 minis, and I'll probably make $1 billion and become a billionaire. And then I'll live trade from a yacht. I'll live trade from a yacht off the coast of France, bro. That's where you guys are gonna see me once I make $1 billion on my live trade swing with 10 minis on the yearly low. My take on silver, it's gambling. That's my take on silver. How's swing trading different from regular trading? Yes, you're holding a position across multiple days. So whenever I swing trade, I usually am looking to trade like the weekly PO3 or like even a monthly PO3 sometimes. So yeah, bro, it's just better, bro. Swing trading is literally better. That's the thing. I try to tell people this all the time. They can't understand it. Me entering 2 minis and risking like $3,000 or whatever. Big move happening here, by the way, guys. Risking whatever the amount might be, right? Over the course of a week, the stress that you incur with that is like nothing. Literally nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's free. But you just have to have a nice understanding of higher time frame bias. That's all. Risk on the swing trade. My risk on the swing trade was 2 minis. It was about 3 to 4 grand. So 3-4 grand to make 30 grand. That's a 10-hour trade. By the way, guys, the press conference is starting here. This big red candle was probably Powell saying good evening, and or good afternoon. So now we're dumping here. If it cracks this low, this is just going. This is gonna go lower. But again, I would really like to see this hourly gap, bro. Like my ideal trade takes place from that hourly gap. But we finally broke out of this FOMC, this initial 2 p.m. candles range. So we broke the low here. Maybe now it goes for the high. I don't know. Let's see. Just gotta wait and see. In the swing trading, how big are your SL? It depends on the reward. Usually like anywhere from 50 to 100 points, maybe more sometimes. It took the low on NQ, no? Yeah, it took the low on both NQ and MNQ. It took both. But it has not hit this hourly gap, bro. I need the hourly gap. Love how the market reacts to Powell just saying the same intro every time. Yeah, bro. It's just good afternoon, dump. It's at this point, it could be a profitable strategy to just wait for Powell right before he says good afternoon. You just enter like 5 minis short, no stop loss, and it'll dump like probably every single time. Invite me to your yacht if you're getting that. Bro, I am gonna get it. I am gonna get it. SMT with ES. Has ES hit the hourly gap, though? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Yeah, ES has not hit the hourly gap, guys. So this SMT means absolutely nothing to me. It has to hit the hourly gap. There has to be a higher time frame PDRA in order to have proper SMT. SMT by itself, again, I can keep telling you guys this, SMT by itself means nothing. SMT inside of a liquidity pool means everything. It's not doing anything, right? Like, this is just going up and down and up and down. I mean, we have done nothing here for the last 30 minutes. Nothing has happened. So don't worry. We're not missing out on anything by not getting an entry here. Don't worry, guys. If you have SMT but NQ is lagging, does it change anything? Changes nothing until an area or pool of liquidity has been taken. Only then does it change things. So ES has that same hourly gap that NQ does, and ES has not hit that hourly gap. So therefore, we don't have any SMT from a PDRA. Absolutely nothing happening. Absolutely nothing happening. Where off the FVG are you? I mean, it depends. If we get a confirmation, I'm looking for a confirmation. I've been ping-ponging this. Am I him? Yes, bro, you're him. You're actually him. How long were you trading before becoming profitable? 1.5 years. I was trading for 1.5 years before I became profitable, guys. In general, again, it still doesn't mean anything. Live stream from Guantanamo Bay. Live stream from Nam. Live stream from the trenches in Nam, back in Nam. What confirmation? IVGC. Either or. Either or. Right now, I'd be looking for most likely a change in state of delivery. When you started trading, you were trading with indicators only until you know ICT concepts. Yeah, I used to trade with my strategy before I switched to ICT was EMAs, VWAP, and support and resistance. Like very, very simple bare bones strategy, and it worked. It worked for the longest time. You think we're gonna dump Asia session? I hope so. Has Powell started talking? I believe so. It's 2:36. He should have. Live stream from the Bermuda Triangle. Bro, I'm telling you guys, when I swear on everything, like when I get to the point in life where I have like a private jet or like a yacht or something, I swear, bro, it would be so sick if I was to stream on that. I would do it. I would do it. I would stream. If I'm still on YouTube and I'm still streaming, I'll stream on a PJ or a yacht. I would. Thoughts on Luke Tran? I don't know, man. Did you ever trade CRT? Bro, don't ever... I should ban you for just saying that word, bro. That is a scammer's concept of PO3. That's literally what it is. It's not a real thing. CRT is not a real fucking thing. It's a term that some scammer gave to pre-existing concept called PO3 and did it to sell you a course. That's all. That's all CRT is. You doesn't even have a warehouse manager? How lame? Yes, I do, bro. It's you. You're my warehouse manager. What do you mean? Do you have any tips for taxes from payouts? Yes, I do. Save 40%. Save 40% of all your payouts. Doesn't mean you're going to get taxed at 40%, but it's better to save more than have to file extensions and, like, you know, all that stuff. So I would save 40%. And so when that time comes, you have more than enough money set aside to pay for your taxes. How about getting payouts as a business like LLC? Same thing. You're still going to get taxed. You have a lot more leeway with an LLC because you can write certain things off, right? But yeah, pretty much it. Like with an LLC, you can write off things like, you know, trips, dinners, your setup, your computer setup, like, you know, all that stuff. You have an ability to be able to write all those things off. So I don't think it's worth setting up an LLC just for the purpose of taking payouts until you start getting like consistent payouts, to the point where you're doing like 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand a month, where it really starts to matter. But yeah, talking about borderline illegal tips, I mean, you're gonna need like a Jewish accountant or something, bro. Still, nothing has happened here. We're literally just going sideways. Nothing. What indicator are you using? I have a few up here. Still in this up and down range. Not really worth getting an entry here at all. So just relax. Just chill and relax. Is the 230 data wick low irrelevant? No. Well, it's not a data wick, right? The data wick would be the 2 p.m. 230 is not a data wick. How big of a buffer should I have to trade mini on a live account? Well, that depends on you and your risk parameters, but you're able to trade a mini on a live account with just $300 in your account. So if you're looking to, like, you know, scale exponentially, then, you know, I would trade with a mini. Here's my take on live accounts, okay? I'm going to tell you guys, like, the most effective way to really trade live accounts. Let me pause the music for this so I can really lock in, okay? This is my take on live accounts. if you have, let's say, under $20 to $30,000 in a live account, it's not worth it. Okay. It's more worth it for you to have multiple prop firm accounts, build the capital to then invest into a live account, right? Live account to me only is very valuable because of the ability to swing trade and hold your trade over the course of several days. So that's the only way a live account makes sense, right? With like the introduction of prop firms in the last like few years, it literally does not make any sense for you to live trade on a $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 live account. It literally does not, because for that same 5,000, 6,000, whatever it is, you can go to a prop firm and you can buy an account, a $150,000 account with 6K in drawdown, and that 6K is essentially your drawdown is what you trade, right? Your drawdown is really your balance. And you can use that, and it's, bro, what, like $100? So if you blow it, it's not like you're blowing $6,000. You're blowing $100. So live trading to me, right, on a live account it only makes sense if you have multiple thousands of dollars, and you cannot overnight swing with if you have like 10 grand or something, right? That's why I said 20 to 30 grand. Like the margins change from time to time, but for example, I had 40 grand in my live account. When I started the live account, I started it before last week with $40,000. I deposited 40 grand, and that's why I was able to swing over the course of several days. I was able to swing the mini across several days. So if you're somebody that has less than that, it does not make any sense for you to be on a live account. Genuinely, it doesn't. And anybody who says, oh, you should have a live account too, like blah, 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 not for day trading. I don't think for day trading. I think for day trading, it just makes more sense to have props and just use them. You know what I mean? The broker that I use for my live account, I'm not affiliated with them. I use Tradeovate or Ninja Trader. Same thing. The one bought the other out. I forget which one bought the other one out, but it's the same thing. So Ninja Trader / Tradeovate, that's what I use for my live account. That's what I recommend. There's others. There's AMP Live. That's a good firm, or sorry, good brokerage. They changed their margin requirements a lot. That's why I didn't really mess with that, and I stayed away. Are funds immediately accessible on a live account? No. The funds are immediately accessible. You don't have to file for a payout request or anything. Like you just withdraw. There's a withdrawal request, and it'll take like a day or two, and then that's it. They're available. So, what if you don't swinging? Well, if you're not a swing trader, if you don't like swinging or whatever, then just switch to just keep prop firms. It doesn't make sense. It literally makes no sense to have a live account, because like, bro, the thing is that let's pretend you're on a live account, right? Let's pretend you're on a live account and your live account is, let's just say $5,000. Okay. Now, either you can trade a mini or two minis on that $5,000 live account and go for like $1,000 a day, or you can use that money that the $5,000, you can use a little portion of that $5,000 money, and you can put it towards a prop firm account, right? Multiple prop firms accounts, like 5 accounts or 10 accounts or 20 accounts, whatever. And you can trade those, and you can use less size, less risk, less stress, less emotions, and make double the money, right? $1,000 payout per account on 10 accounts is 10 grand, as opposed to the 2 minis you put on for a day trade on your live account and you're like sitting there sweating trying to make $1,000. Like you guys see how that just doesn't make any sense. So the only way the live account makes sense is for swing trading. That's it. That's my take on lives. So under 20 to 30K, don't start a live account. 2050Ks is 2 bands all in. Yeah, exactly. I would rather spend 2 bands on 2050Ks as opposed to putting $2,000 in a live account. There's a key flow brokerage out there? No way. Are you serious? Let me see. Key flow brokerage. Keyflow is a trading... Oh, that's... Oh my god, Google's talking about me. No way. Oh my god, that's sick. Keyflow is a trading strategy. Wait, no. No, it's not. What the fuck? What is this? Yo, chat, what the hell? Hold on. Keyflow is a trading strategy and a brokerage platform that focuses on futures trading. Keyflow traders, such as Keyflow Trades, utilize... Bro, what? Yo, what is this propaganda? This is not... What? Yo, this is, that is a crazy scam. Keyflowfeeds.com. What is keyflowfeeds.com? What the hell? No way. Keyflowfeeds.com. It's a horse nutrients. I'm confused, man. Whatever, man. I don't know. I don't know who Keyflow Feeds is, but they better figure it out. Still chopping, bro. Absolutely nothing has happened here. The machines are coming for you. Are we heading to FVG? Yeah, it looks like we are. Hopefully we can, and then get a nice move from there. That would be cool. You're not hopping off? I mean, not yet. I'm gonna give myself a chance to maybe like get a trade here. Something. The thing is now, it looks better for the upside. What firm got 0 activation fees? TPT, bro. TPT. Hold on. Wait. Boom. TPT, bro. TPT, TPT. If you use code key, it's 40% off, no activation fees right now. 40% off, no activation fee. Unheard of. There's the highs. So we went from range low straight to range highs. Nice looking move there. See if we can get a 1 hour tap. We don't have anything yet. But it does look better for the downside, I will admit. Or upside now. There's no entry for longs, though. There's no entry for longs. There's no entry for shorts. The long entry was down here. I gave it to you guys at 134. You'd be up 50 points right now if you took that 134 entry that I was talking about earlier. If you're bullish. If you're bullish. Check gold? No. I didn't use key when I got my TPT. Well, you're probably going to blow it then, bro. Unfortunately, that's what's going to happen, David. I don't make the rules. I took that and already closed. Hell yeah. Very nice. Got a nice little trade in there. Beautiful, beautiful. Have you ever invested in any companies or PE? I have. Not PE. I wouldn't consider it private equity. But I have invested in companies. Code key got me a 3RS allocation dead ass. Yeah, bro. Can you trade SIL on TPT? Yes. You can trade micro silver on TPT. Is trade of it still down? No, it's up. The issue is fixed. Key, I'm itching, twin. Bro, you gotta go ahead and log out, bro. That's what you gotta do. If you're sitting here, like, scratching your neck for a trade. Would you invest in the S&P right now long term? Hell no, bro. Hell no. Zero chance, bro. Even Batman himself couldn't come into my house and convince me to invest long term in the S&P 500 right now. Insane. How do you trade gold during Asia? Stop in the Asia stream and find out. Here's that hourly gap, guys. Here's that hourly gap. I would be ideally looking for like a 5-minute entry here. And right now, the 5-minute entry would be this fair value gap if we inverse this fair value gap, unless we create some more bearish structure up here. So we'll see how it goes. The level I have inside of here is 210.75. I'm not limiting there just because this is now starting to look, this 4 hour specifically is starting to look a little bullish. So I'd rather not limit this 210. There it is. There's the 210 level hit. So we'll see if maybe if it can reject that, if that can be like a little high. Wow. To the tick it rejected. Insane, right? That's called precision. That's called precision. And we'll see if it can continue and give me a confirmation entry of some sort here. Wow. 210, man. 210 to the tick. How beautiful was that? Unreal. Level so precise it didn't even fill me? No way. Really? 210.75. That was the high, bro. That literally was the high. That is precision. What was that level? That was the secret key flow level, bro. That was the secret key flow level. 20 points here off that 210, man. Wow, how fucking beautiful is that, bro? How beautiful is that? Now let's see if we can get this 5-minute inverse, and I'm in. I'm gonna try 3 micros. I'm gonna try 3 micros. Realistically, now at this point, fuck up, Granger. Realistically, now at this point, it should not return back to this 210. Because if it does, that's a bad look, right? It should not return back to 210. That should be like a temporary high. And if this is bearish, we should go down from here. If this is truly bearish, it should go down from here. So if it slices through here and keeps going, then we have hourly closure in 5 minutes. It'll inverse this hourly fair value gap, and then that's a better look for longs, right? Much better look for longs. Is this fucking playing the MLK speech behind? Go ahead. Fuck. All right, let's see what this 5-minute can do. Very, very beautiful rejection here. See if it can continue. I'm not in anything yet. This was just the level that I had marked out for the rejection, the 210.75. I probably look to enter here soon. I just want to see how this 5-minute reacts, because this is a structural gap, this 5-minute. So, you know, getting through that is absolutely like very, very important. Very important that we get through it. All right, we are in the 5-minute gap now. Cannot go up now. Okay, it should not go up. Use your flow model of premium on 15-minute line with 4-hour FVG. 20-point stop. I was in before the news took. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Beautiful slice through, man. That fucking level, bro. The absolute top. 40 points here now. 210.775. 40 points. Like, come on, bro. Like, is this... Are you guys not entertained, bro? 210.75, the absolute tippy top to the tick? Come on, man. Difference between flow model and snipers forever model. So Matt's change in state of delivery or his order block is different. He draws his order block differently than I do. That's kind of the main difference, as I understand it. Bro, that level got edged. What are you talking about? Did it? Did it? Really did it? Because the high here is 210.75 and this is 210.75. So not sure how it got edged. Bouncing from the 5-minute now. If we close this candle like bullish up here, how many minutes we have for this 1 hour? Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. This 1-minute gap here just got inversed. Not a horrible look. I might try this with like 2 micros or something. Let's see. Might be worth a shot. Has a minute left until this hourly closes. I don't think this is going to inverse the hourly here. Not on this candle. Be a 20-point stop to the low. See. I feel an entry brewing here. Okay. 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 Yep. Give me the close. Give me the close. Give me the close. Give me the close. Beautiful, bro. Absolutely fucking beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and try this here. I only got 2 micros. I'm going to put a stop at this high here. This candle's high. And see what happens. That's a beautiful look here. Inversed the 5-minute fair value gap there. Went through the range high here, right? This was the news high. Pushed into this hourly fair value gap. Tapped the 210 level to the tick. Rejection. So we'll try it out. Only reason I'm doing 2 micros as opposed to 3 is because there's 50 points of risk here, almost 50 points of risk. So I'd rather size down than size up, right? 2 micros, like solid, you know what I mean? So if this is a loss, it won't be a big loss at all. Let's see how it goes. For now, I absolutely bottom tick the sells. One hour RB. Yeah, like this right here. If this is what you're talking about, yeah, this could be absolutely very fire. What is the Wick CE here? Let me see. We just hit it. We just hit the Wick CE, so we'll see if this can reject here now. This is ideally where I would like to see this start to reject. Shouldn't go too far past this. Reject this and then, you know, come down. That would be ideal scenario. This is probably my only trade. Probably my only trade here for the day. I don't want to try anything else. How do you know the 210? The 210 level. So somebody just asked me join the mentorship soon. What's in it? Well, it's not a mentorship. It's my community. But the way that I got this 210 level is taught in my community, in the private community. That's like the best way for me to explain. What are you targeting for TP? This 26036. I was trying to reject this area, but it's having some trouble. So let's see if it can. Let's see if we can get a nice rejection here or not. Nothing yet. Still just chilling in this area. Okay, a little bit of a rejection. So you have strategy videos and stuff? Yes, I have 2 entire strategies. I have 2 strategies. Can't spill the sauce. Joined a few days ago and it's banging. Yes, sir. Once this candle, this hourly candle flips green to red, I would move my stop loss down to this high right here. But I need to see a green to red flip in order to do that.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Okay, this guy is getting timed out. Spamming retarded bullshit. Coming back up into that CE area. When the 1 hour flip screen to red, that's when you're going B. No, not B. This might reach for the stop, and then honestly, there's no other trade here. This would be just a shitty ass FOMC. Yeah, TP would be 26036. Right now, it's closer to the stop loss. So I'm not too worried about the TP. If you want to have like a better stop, I would just put it at the high. My theory is here, if it hits this high, that it'll inevitably go for the 210 high again, right? Because the thing is that once it rejects this 210 level and we form this wick, right, this range here, it needs to, if it's properly bearish, it needs to respect the 50% of this range and has to respect equilibrium. If it does not, then it'll eventually at some point go back for this high, right? Like plain and simple. Right now it's having some trouble at this equilibrium. Like it's trying to reject, but it'll come down, but it'll come right back up. And that's the issue that I'm having here. So, yeah. Yeah, not looking good. Most likely reaches for the stop here. $180 loss. I mean, whatever. Not a big deal. Yep, there we go. Stop hit. That's probably my only trade of the day. Looked much better, especially from a daily perspective here for the move down, but this is a really just a shitty FOMC, so nothing significant happened there at all. But yeah, I'm probably going to call it a day here. I'm going to be live for Asia tonight, where we are indeed going to get it back in blood. Okay, we're going to get it back in blood. So I'll see you guys for Asia tonight at 9 p.m. Make sure you guys are there. From here forward, the schedule's like as it is every single day, 9:15 a.m. live New York, 9 p.m. live Asia. And yeah, that's it.